what is the importance of technical SEO and how can you implement it on your website? So technical SEO a lot of times is, honestly, it can be referred to as a lot of different things. When we're doing technical SEO audits, we're looking for things that Google expects from a technical fashion. So we'll be looking at things like even as simplistic as the length of meta titles, of the length of meta descriptions, whether or not there are duplicate title tags or meta descriptions. We'll be looking at page loading speed. We'll be looking at domain canonicalization or even page canonicalization, whether the site has a sitemap. Just a lot of what we consider just checkbox style items, things that, they're just checking a box of, is this good practice, are things the way Google expects them to be for a good experience for your user. And then, is that important? Absolutely. I consider that to be kind of like one of the three foundational aspects of SEO. Technical SEO is the first one, content relevance is the second, and then site authority is the third. And so, usually, a lot of sites, you can get a site ranking with one weak leg, but for the most part, it does make it easier for that site to topple over, your rankings to take a dive if something goes wrong. So we usually like to make sure that all technical issues get resolved, when we're working on SEO campaigns. A lot of times that's even one of the first things that we address in the first couple months, just trying to make sure that the site's health is actually good. Now, how can you measure that? So there are tools out there. I know SEMrush has a really exhaustive SEO auditing tool. It will let you know every single iota that is wrong with your website. The reports it produces are pretty wild. We end up throwing away maybe 80% of those reports, just because the level of detail in there are things that they include are things that aren't necessarily fixable. So there's not a lot of point in trying to fix things that just aren't worth the time and effort. Sometimes it might be like, oh, well, you needed to change hosting companies to fix some of the issues, or you need to have specific setups within your hosting environment to even change some of the issues. And a lot of times those things are just not within the reach of even the experienced webmaster. So we tend to do a lot more manual SEO auditing in-house. But if you do have to use a tool like SEMrush, just focus on the critical issues. They'll have a lot of other things in there that are non-critical. You can a lot of times ignore those. But they are important, and it is something that I would recommend taking care of sooner rather than later. But making sure that it's considered a priority in SEO.